Samantala, inaasahang magsumiti naman si Vice President Sara Duterte ng kanyang tugon sa araw ng Lunes sa dalawang impeachment complaints laban sa kanya matapos ngang ideklarang may sapat na porma at nilalaman ito. Sa isang pulong balitaan ngayong araw ng Sabado, inihayag ni House Committee on Justice Member at Bicol Sarol Representative Terry Ridon na matatapos na ang 10 araw na ibinigay ng komite sa Vice Presidente nitong weekend para sagutin ang mga reklamo laban sa kanya. Sakaling magsumite ng tugon ang pangalawang Pangulo sa araw ng Lunes, sinabi ni Representative Ridon na kanilang bibigyan ng pagkakataon ang panig ng mga mambabatas na nag-endorso sa mga reklamong impeachment at pagkatapos ay bibigyan din ng pagkakataon si Vice President Sara na magsumite ng kanyang rejoinder. Narito pa ang bahagi ng pahayag ni House Committee on Justice Member Representative Terry Ridon.
At the moment, inaantay po ng House Committee on Justice yun pong answer ng pangalawang Pangulo. So I think she has until this weekend and until Monday to submit her answer to the House Committee on Justice. So antayin po namin yon at the end of office hours ng Lunes, and then we will have to decide kung ano po yung next step. So in the event that the Vice President submits her answer, yung pong endorses complainants will be given an opportunity to reply, and the Vice President will be given an opportunity to do a rejoinder.
Ayon pa kay Representative Ridon, sakaling magsumite ng tugon ng Vice Presidente, tutukuyin ng Justice Committee kung sufficient and grounds ang impeachment complaints at inaasahang idaraos ang hearing proper sa Abril 8. Inilatag din ng mambabatas ang maaari daw mapaikli ang magiging takbo ng impeachment process sakali man na hindi magsumite ng tugon si Vice President Sara sa araw ng Lunes.
In the event po that she does not respond by Monday, the process will be shortened, abbreviated. So ibig sabihin, I think as early as the final weeks of this month, pwede po nga mag-proceed na po to a determination of sufficiency and grounds, and we can proceed to yung hearing proper na po.
Samantala, mariing pinabulaanan din ng mambabatas ang akusasyon ng pangalawang Pangulo na inilarawan ang impeachment proceedings laban sa kanya bilang fishing expedition. Giit ng kongresista na essentially complete ang impeachment proceedings laban sa pangalawang Pangulo kahit na hindi mag-issue ng subpoenas dahil meron ng kumpletong report ang komite, may kaugnayan yan sa confidential funds, mga kopya ng State of Assets, Liabilities and Net Worth o SALN ni Vice President Sara at affidavit ng umano'y bagman ng pangalawang Pangulo na si Ramil Madriaga.
Very important din po before proceeding to clarify po on the remarks also of the Vice President that Congress is undertaking a fishing expedition relating to her impeachment. Hindi rin po ito totoo. Kasi a fishing expedition presupposes an absolute absence of documentation before proceeding with any impeachment. Hindi po ito totoo. No? So, sa totoo lang, even if we don't undertake subpoenas, the impeachment proceeding against the Vice President will in fact proceed. It is essentially complete. Kasi what do we have today? We have the COA reports on confidential funds. We have the video recording of the threat against the President, the First Lady, and the former House Speaker. We have copies of the SALN of the Vice President. We have the affidavit of Mr. Madriaga relating to his role as a bagman of the Vice President. So, ibig sabihin, ito po pinapasabpina ng mga House members ay bahagi lang po ng pagdadagdag ng mga dokumento.
Samantala, nakatakda naman pong isagawa ang sunod na pagdinig ng Justice Committee sa araw po yan ng Miyerkules, Marso 18. Ayon kay Representative Ridon, tatalakayin dito ang motion ni Representative Chel Jokno kaugnay sa posibleng conflict of interest ng dalawang abogado ni Vice President Sara na sina dating Education Assistant Secretary for Procurement Attorney Reynold Monsayak at dating Department of Education spokesperson Attorney Michael Powa.